Have you ever found yourself buying things you don't need just to feel better after a tough day? You're not alone. Emotional spending is a common issue that can wreak havoc on your finances. We've all been there, a stressful day at work, a fight with a loved one, or even just feeling down for no particular reason. Suddenly, a quick online shopping spree seems like the perfect remedy. But what happens after the packages arrive and the initial high wears off? Often, we're left with regret and a lighter wallet. Emotional spending can lead to regret, debt, and financial instability. It's a cycle that many of us struggle to break free from. But what if I told you there's a way out? Imagine having control over your finances, making thoughtful purchases, and feeling empowered about your spending choices. This is possible, and today I'm going to show you how. Together, we'll explore why we turn to shopping for comfort, identify our triggers, and discover effective strategies to regain control over our spending habits. I've been there myself, and I've learned strategies that truly work. In this video, I'm going to share practical tips to help you break free from emotional spending and start making mindful financial decisions. We'll dive into understanding the root causes, recognizing the patterns, and implementing actionable steps to create healthier spending habits. But before we jump in, if you're new here, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss out on our weekly tips and advice for mastering your finances. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might need to hear this. Understanding emotional spending. Why do we often find ourselves reaching for our wallets not out of necessity, but out of an emotional impulse? Ever wondered why that shopping spree feels so good in the moment, yet leaves us questioning our choices later? Let's dive into something we've all probably been guilty of at some point: emotional spending. So what exactly is it? Well, it's when we buy stuff not because we need it, but because our emotions are calling the shots. Ever found yourself splurging after a tough day or buying something on a whim just because you felt like it? That's emotional spending in action. Now, why does emotional spending happen? It's often triggered by emotions like stress, boredom, or even sadness. Our brains get a hit of dopamine when we buy something new, which gives us a temporary mood boost. But here's the catch: it doesn't fix the real issue causing those emotions in the first place. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a deeper wound. So how do we tackle this? It starts with self-reflection and understanding our spending habits better, recognizing the patterns. Have you ever noticed a pattern in your spending habits that aligns with your emotional state? Let's uncover the hidden connections between our emotions and our wallets. Let's talk about recognizing those spending patterns. One effective way is to start tracking your spending. Seriously, grab a notebook or use an app and jot down what you buy each day, how much you spend, and importantly, how you were feeling at the time. By keeping this spending journal for a week or so, you'll begin to notice trends. Maybe you tend to splurge more when you're stressed out or feeling down. This awareness is key because it helps us see the connection between our emotions and our spending habits. Identifying these triggers is crucial. Are you hitting the online stores more after a tough day at work or when you're trying to avoid dealing with something? Understanding these patterns helps us regain control over our spending and, ultimately, our emotions. Understanding emotional spending isn't just about cutting back on purchases. It's about gaining insight into our own behavior and making choices that align with our long-term goals. So let's keep exploring together how we can shift our mindset and make smarter financial decisions. Practical strategies to break free. Ever wondered how to regain control over your spending habits? Let's explore practical strategies that can make a real difference. Why not take a moment to think before you swipe that card? Mindful spending isn't just a buzzword. It's about understanding why you're buying something and making intentional choices. Next time you're tempted, pause and ask yourself, do I need this, or is it just a want? When the urge to shop strikes, what if you try something different? Instead of hitting the stores, consider going for a walk, chatting with a friend, or diving into a hobby that lights you up. These healthy alternatives can satisfy that emotional need without draining your wallet. Ever considered the power of a budget? It's not just about restricting yourself, it's about directing your money where it matters most. Setting a budget helps you prioritize your spending and work towards your financial goals. Now that we've covered strategies to curb emotional spending, let's talk about the importance of having a support system in your journey to financial wellness. Building a support system. Why go it alone when you can have a squad cheering you on? Building a support system can be a game changer when it comes to sticking to your financial goals. Ever shared your goals with friends or family? Letting others in on your aspirations not only holds you accountable, but also brings encouragement and fresh perspectives. Trust me, the support I've received from my community has been invaluable. By integrating these strategies and leaning on your support system, you're setting yourself up for success in mastering your finances and achieving your goals. Just a quick rundown of what we covered today. Breaking free from emotional spending isn't rocket science. It starts with being aware of those spending triggers, finding healthier coping mechanisms, and, of course, leaning on your support system. Now, it's your turn! What sets off your emotional spending alarms? Drop a comment down below and let's chat about it. Remember, we're all in this together! And hey, if you found these tips helpful, which I'm sure you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow for more awesome advice on how to boss your finances.